Good evening, everybody. Thank you. I'm April Johnson, Lakewood's Community Relations Manager. Thank you for joining us tonight and showing appreciation to Mayor Ari Pei and his service to the community. You want to come? Yes. For all who have brought something and placed it on the display table, thank you. We have some guests who will be speaking briefly tonight in respect to everyone's time, and you can feel free to put any items for your presentation right over here and grab it when your time arrives. So let's first take a moment to introduce some of our many special guests here with us. We have several members of our Lakewood City family to introduce, including Vice Mayor Todd Rogers, Council Member Steve Croft and his wife Tess, Council Member Jeff Wood, and we do have many, many other special attendees today, so please stand and wave when I call your name, and let's hold our applause for one big one for all of our guests at the end. We are pleased to have with us Lakewood City Manager Thaddeus McCormack. I guess we're just gonna clap. Who was listening? And we are honored to have former City Council members Robert Wagner and his wife Mickey and Vicky Stuckey. From Lakewood's Community Safety Commission, we have Brad Critchfield, Sarah Mendoza, and Aaron Stiebel. From the Planning and Environment Commission, we have Bill Baca, Vicky Stuckey, and Joe Ung. From the Recreation and Community Services Commission, we have Veronica Lucio, Stacy Valdez, and Ted Spacek. And from the Measure L Citizens Oversight Committee, we have Jeannie Clark, Joni Dixon, Crystal Jones-Duncan, Rose Nelson, and Ahmed Rafi. From the Office of Congressman Robert Garcia, we have Field Representative Julia Aursay. From the Office of Congresswoman Michelle Steele, we have District Representative Zachariah Haragui. From the Office of State Senator Lena Gonzalez, we have Field Representative Savannah Pav. From the Office of State Senator Bob Archuleta, we have Field Representative Nandi Santana. From the Office of Supervisor Janice Hahn, we have Senior Deputy Matt Johnson and Field Deputy Lauren Yokomizu. We are also happy to have in attendance from the City of Cerritos, Council Member Linda Johnson, from the City of Linwood, Mayor Jose Salache, from the City of Paramount, Mayor Isabel Aguayo, and Councilmember Vilma Cuellar Stallings. We are pleased to welcome from ABC USD Board President Sophia Tsi. From the Bellflower Unified School District, let me get through these, Board President Brad Critchfield, Board Members Myra Garza and Dr. Sue L. Hessen, and Interim Superintendent Lisa Azevedo. From the Long Beach Unified School District, we have Board President Diana Craighead and Superintendent Jill Baker. From the Paramount Unified School District Board Member, we have Board Member Diane Martinez. From Cerritos College, Board Member Marissa Perez. From the Central Basin Municipal Water District, we have Board Member Juan Garza. And we are also very glad to welcome from the Lakewood Sheriff Station, Captain Dan Holguin. And from the Los Angeles County Fire Department, Acting Assistant Fire Chief Jessica Post. And if you haven't clapped enough, you can now give everyone one big round of applause. All right. right, thank you. So we're very pleased to have this opportunity to recognize and honor Mayor Ariel Ari Pei for his service on Lakewood City Council. From the moment he joined the City Council, Ari brought with him a strong sense of optimism and a focus on the positive power within our community. And almost right after being sworn in, our world was rocked by the COVID pandemic, and Ari's enthusiasm and positivity, really came to the fore. Ari and his council colleagues were deeply involved in helping the community cope with the COVID pandemic, and that was a major part of his first foray into being a council member. And as things began to improve and restrictions lifted, Ari enjoyed joining his fellow council members in participating in the return of Lakewood's traditional full slate of community activities and events that the city offers, such as the Civic Center Block Party, concerts in the park, tree lighting, Lakewood Celebrates, Memorial Day, Patriot Day, Award of Valor, and sporting activities almost every day and night in our parks. There was so much that happened in the past very eventful 4 years, and Lakewood was fortunate to have the high energy and passionate enthusiasm that Ari brought. Whether it was helping with city council decision-making on how to allocate local tax dollars provided by Lakewood residents through Measure L, and devoting those funds to city facility improvements, including an exciting partnership with the LA Galaxy and soccer star Jalen Neal on the building of a soccer mini pitch at Palms Park, or being part of the creation of the Lakewood Leadership Academy, where the city is mentoring and training young adults and people of any age who are interested in learning how the city operates and how to become part of the next generation of Lakewood residents who lead our city. Ari was all in. During this time, Lakewood's prioritization of public safety received greater attention and had never been higher, and Ari served for 1 year on the council's Public Safety Committee, with regular meetings with Lakewood sheriffs, station deputies, and senior city staff working on ways to continually keep Lakewood one of the safest communities in our region. Mayor Ari also represented Lakewood on a wide range of regional commissions that oversee efforts to find joint solutions to problems in our area that extend beyond any one city's borders and that are too expensive for any one city to solve. Mayor Pei represented Lakewood on the Gateway Cities Council of Governments, including serving as president of that important regional board, Southern California Association of Governments, also known as SCAG, League of California Cities in the LA County Division and LA County City Selection Committees, and the LA County Sanitation Districts that serve Lakewood, to name just a few. And for those of us who know Ari, bringing the community together is something he has lifelong experience doing, along with making people feel seen and welcomed. Throughout the last 4 years, the city has taken steps toward making our community the safest, most welcoming place it can be for everyone. Ari was front and center in the city's efforts to listen to our residents and take their comments and recommendations into account to create a multi-point community dialogue action plan. Every city council member played a role in the creation and implementation of our action plan, but Ari also served as the council's chair of its Race, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion, or READY committee. In that capacity, Ari saw new or increased opportunities to offer residents, be it family game nights, community walks, fun and casual meetups with our sheriff deputies, and a READY public roundtable to learn, listen, and get to know one another better. The city's efforts did not go unnoticed, and in 2022, Lakewood was honored to win the prestigious Helen Putnam Award for our READY work, given by the League of California Cities. There are many more positive things that I can list that happened with Mayor Ari representing our city and with him being part of our city council. But our city TV team has done an amazing job in capturing the highlights. So if we can all now turn to the big screen, let's take a stroll down memory lane as we recap Mayor Ari Pei's service on the Lakewood City Council.
Can't let a day go by without saying thank you for everything you've done.
You know, the RCS team came out, we came up with a program of why don't we give back to the kids that go above and beyond what they do in school and in the community. And then going back to Steve, this is what we're doing. He's like, okay, just tell me what you need. Can I give you a high five like this? This is so huge for the city of Lakewood. The youth is the next round of leaders in our community. So I think athletics has a big part to play. I think here in the city of Lakewood, we try to think outside of the box, but it's so crucial for our kids to be kids. And then they're gonna have to grow up, right? But if they have this great structure of athletics, sports, a foundation, a community, then when they go through this thing called life, they're gonna have fun. With the community and my motto, you know, one community, one family, live, love Lakewood, is a culmination of growing up in this city, making sure that the youth have all the tools they need to be great humans in their life, and then the seniors are able to kind of enjoy the community they built.
That was such a nice tribute to Mayor Pei. Thank you, City TV, for putting together that wonderful video. And now I'd like to invite up your council colleagues for a special presentation.
There's no need to worry, Ari. It'll be good. What could possibly go wrong? You know, events like this are always a little bittersweet, right? Everybody's feeling that. But we started a tradition a couple of years ago in City Hall where we decided we needed to acknowledge all the council members who have served on the Lakewood City Council. And heretofore, we hadn't really done a great job of that, so we put everybody's pictures in the hallway. And what it did for me, and I'm sure all of us, is it reminded us that all of us are future former council members at some point, right? At some point, you know, our pictures are going to be in black and white instead of color, but it also reminds me what a massive honor it is to be elected to the Lakewood City Council and to get to serve as mayor of your hometown. It's been an honor for all of us. We've all had that opportunity, so we know exactly how you feel, and that's something that can never be taken away from you. You've done a great job. So, big round of applause. And I will say, being Ari's vice mayor was no picnic, okay? Because there were some challenges, but the biggest one was I never knew whether or not I should wear socks or not, okay? Most of the time I did, but even today I'm wearing long socks and you're not, so I don't know what to do. Anyways, enough with that. We do want to be respectful of your time. We'd like to express our appreciation for all that you have done in your 4 years on the City Council, and it so happens we have 4 tokens of our appreciation to give to you. Good synergy there, right? Can we ask you to please come up and join us? Yes, I'm aware you get the microphone last, right? The first is something of a tradition in Lakewood that we hope finds a place somewhere in your life, maybe on a wall in your home, or maybe even on a street post in front of your house, but we're just kidding about that. We're not. But please accept this customized Lakewood street sign as a big thank you from all of us. Go ahead, Jeff. And for our audience, and in case you think we're getting cheap here, this is a cardboard model of the sign. We're going to give them a real one, I promise. The real one will be metal and be ready for Ari in about a week, and it does say Ari Pay Avenue. The second token of our appreciation is a gift card that the City Council and senior staff contributed to as a way of also saying thank you for all of your work with us over the years. Where do we have that? Do we have it over here?
You'll get that too, the sign.
I'll just take a credit card.
Yeah. I'll write you a check, Ari. It's good.
I take Venmo.
There you go. Thank you. I hope nobody rubbed off the code in the supermarket. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's fine. Right.
Oh, I knew this was coming.
Third is another Lakewood tradition to an outgoing mayor, which is a gavel plaque to thank you for all the extra work you did over the past year as mayor. Thank you, Jeff. It's beautiful, huh? Thank you. And last but not least is a photo scrapbook that we give every outgoing mayor. It's beautifully put together by our staff and captures a lot of the moments you saw in the video and many, many more over this past year. We'll ask Jeff to present that.
Thanks, buddy.
So, Ari, on behalf of all of us, all your colleagues and everybody here, congratulations again.
Thank you, City Council, for presenting those gifts. We'd now like to begin our presentation portion of the evening. We have quite a crowd here tonight, and helping us honor him on stage will be any legislators, neighboring city councils, school districts, and governmental agencies wishing to do so. So now here comes the awkward part where I just have to ask a room full of elected officials to be brief so we can all get home at a reasonable hour. But just a friendly reminder, we would like one representative from each one of these organizations to speak on behalf of the agency and to ensure that we get through everyone in a timely manner. So please keep those presentations to 1 minute maximum, and I'm sure 1 minute maximum in elected world. What does that equal to? 5? Okay. So I do have a list of presenters who signed up, but if you are one of the groups that are eligible to do so and you did not sign up for some reason, you came late, please just head to the table where Veronica is. You can add your name, and we will call you up when it's your turn. And I do want to note again, just in the interest of time, we have limited the stage presentations to representatives of government agencies that are neighboring Lakewood or agencies that RA served on. And if you are from a non-governmental agency or one from outside the immediate Lakewood area, we're still very happy you came, and we hope that you will place any presentation that you have on the table so that everyone can admire it and so that Ari can have it. All right, so first up, we're gonna welcome Board President Brad Critchfield from the Bellflower Unified School District, and then I'm gonna tell you who's on deck. After that, it'll be Diana Craighead with LBUSD, Silvana Pove, Field Rep for Office of Senator Lena Gonzalez, and then Lauren Yokomizu, Field Deputy with Office of Supervisor Janice Hahn. So Brad, can we have you up first?
Good evening, everyone. As School Board President of the Bellflower Unified School District, I want to express my gratitude to Mayor Ari Pei for his service to the Lakewood community. During his term, Ari's commitment to education and career readiness for our students has been clear. His visit to Mayfair High School just exemplifies his dedication and his passion for students in our community and the importance of career readiness. It's left a lasting impression on our students, highlighting both his willingness to relate to our students, which everybody knows Ari does really well, and also mentoring them and encouraging them to take risks and to follow their passions. Ari, your efforts to connect with and support our students and families have truly been appreciated by our board, and your willingness to work alongside has strengthened our community and enhance our students' educational experiences. As you embark on the next chapter, we extend our heartfelt thank you for your service to the community and wish you continued success in all of your future endeavors. Thank you for your hard work, and thank you to your family give them a round of applause. Thank you to your family for your sacrifice in giving us the gift of your husband and your father's precious time to serve the greater community. I appreciate you, and thank you.
You take it back to the table.
That's why I don't want to be the first one.
Next, we have President of Long Beach Unified School District, President Diana Craighead.
Hi. Good evening, everybody. It's so wonderful to be here to honor you, Mayor Pei. I know I can't compete with that wonderful video that we all saw. I mean, that was just fabulous, and that tells about all your accomplishments, and it's been a wonderful 4 years. To lead during COVID, that was an incredible time, and for that to be your first experience in a leadership role is amazing, and you've done so well. And so I won't go on because I know we're supposed to keep things brief, April. But what I will say is that I do appreciate your willingness to work with us, your kindness, your caring, your compassionate personality, and the flavor that you have brought to Lakewood City. Tonight is a good example. And I will just say that on behalf of the Long Beach Unified School District, thank you for your service, and we wish you well in whatever comes next. Thank you.
Next, we have Silvana Pove, the Field Representative for Office of Senator Lena Gonzalez.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Silvana Pove, Field Representative for Senate Majority Leader Lena Gonzalez. First of all, I want to share a bit personal connection that Ari and I have. When we first met, I saw his socks, and I was like, man, I thought I was the only one that would wear these kind of socks to these meetings. Unfortunately, Ari's not wearing any socks today, and I wore some special socks. I wore special socks because I was hoping I could match him today, so check it out. As a man of integrity that cares about youth, an amazing father, husband, and community leader, when I first talked to you about your daughter, you like lit up. Talked about her and everything that she does, and the sports and athletes, and you go to everything that she hosts. She plays in. As a fellow father myself, and as a community person that works for the people, on behalf of Senate Majority Lena Gonzalez, she wants to wish you and thank you for the work that you have done in Lakewood the last 4 years and moving forward. So thank you very much, Mayor.
Next, we'd like to welcome Field Deputy Lauren Yokomizu with the Office of Supervisor Janice Hahn.
And my colleague, counterpart Matt Johnson as well. Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here on behalf of Supervisor Janice Hahn to join the City of Lakewood in recognizing Mayor Pei. And Mayor Pei, as we reflect on your accomplishments, it's clear that you have made quite the footprint on the community. The supervisor would like to recognize your commitment and leadership on efforts like Measure L and enhancing public safety. And we partnered together on the Lakewood Leadership Academy. You have helped improve the quality of life for residents here. In addition, we truly admire your heart for service and your love for the city. Supervisor Hahn would like to say a big thank you, and we wish you all the best.
All right. Next up, our next speaker will be Mayor Isabel Aguayo from City of Paramount, and then on deck, we have Board President of ABC Unified School District, Sophia Tse. We have Council Member Linda Johnson from City of Cerritos, and we have Trustee Marissa Perez from Cerritos College. So please welcome Mayor Aguayo.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Paramount City Council, the City of Paramount, and our team, thank you for, your heart and your hard work and dedication, not just to Lakewood, but to the surrounding communities, because we have had this amazing collaboration with all of our surrounding cities. And so, you have been such a key person in that. And as my friend, we have so many similarities. Your family, absolutely love them. And thank you for, just a lot of those talks where we were like, okay, well, how are we gonna figure this out? How are we gonna figure this out? I'm excited for you and what's to come. I really am. And we have projects. So again, on behalf of my colleagues in the city, thank you. Thank you for your love of serving.
Please welcome up Board President of the ABC Unified School District, Sophia Tse.
Well, I'm a little shorter. Thank you. I want to recognize and thank you, Mr. Pei, for your dedication to the City of Lakewood, especially to the students and the family who live, work, and attend school in this great city. On behalf of ABC Unified School District and my board colleagues, I want to thank you for your services again. Congratulations, thank you.
Next, we have from the City of Cerritos, I always joke, my sister from another mister, Councilmember Linda Johnson.
On behalf of the City of Cerritos and the mayor and my council colleagues, I'm honored to be here to thank Ari for his 4 years of service on the Lakewood City Council. Ari and I have also done projects on our own, like the Lakewood Leadership Academy, which I'm very proud of. I'm so proud, Kuya, that you were able to launch that off. So thank you for your service, and I'm looking forward to working with you more in the future.
Next, we have from Cerritos College, Board Trustee Marissa Perez.
Good evening, everybody. Just really excited to be here on behalf of Cerritos College and really acknowledging and thanking Ari for his wonderful leadership these last 4 years. On behalf of the residents of Cerritos College and especially your students, I think the one thing that we all can recognize in Ari is his commitment to our youth and to our young adults who really are the future of our city. And it was always such an honor to see your work and your passion for those members of our Lakewood community. I also feel that I should probably say something because I also work for Gateway Cities COG, and I don't see Hector here. We have a big meeting tonight, but he is really a tremendous leader. I've been able to watch him as an employee lead our Gateway City Council meetings, and as Mayor Aguayo mentioned and others, he really truly is a regional leader, really looking out for our needs. And I think, you know, his vision of all of us working together, we can only be stronger. So I really appreciate his passion and thank him for everything, and congratulations.
Thank you, Marissa. All right, next we will have from Congressman Robert Garcia's office, Field Representative Julia Arce. Following that, we'll have City of Linwood's Mayor Jose Salache. And then from the office of Senator Barb Archuleta, we have Field Rep Nandi Santana. Julia.
Hello, everybody. It is an honor to be here tonight on behalf of Congressman Robert Garcia to thank you for your 4 years of amazing service to the city of Lakewood and to the community, just the surrounding community, you know, from helping guide the city through COVID to helping create the Lakewood Leadership Academy. You have been an outstanding leader, so thank you for that. And, you know, even on a more personal level, I became a field representative just a couple of months ago, and you welcomed me with open arms, so thank you. I really appreciate that. And again, best wishes on your future endeavors.
Please welcome up from City of Linwood, Mayor Jose Salache.
I love having the mic and talking about Ari all the time. So in a very Ari style, first I have a complaint. When you start public office, you start slim, kind of tall, maybe blue eyes, and then you look like this. Ari started a little fluffy when he started 4 years ago, and he leaves office super skinny. So brother, we are jealous of your overall health, but we're happy for you and your family. If you know Ari, at any board he sat, Ari was there. Ari really helped connect our setup communities, Lakewood, and just to be that one family, that one community. So thank you for being a regional leader. Thank you for being a good colleague to your colleagues. And more importantly, thank you for being a friend. And Ari hired me when I was 6 years ago, joined the Chamber of Commerce here in Lakewood. I've loved all 6 years of working here in Lakewood, and you were part of that vision of moving the community forward and joining your great city council and your colleagues. So thank you for being a friend. You know, there was a lot we wanted to write, but there was not enough to write. So there was like half a little paragraph we could write. So I'll beat up my staff for this there because we had a whole story for you. So it wouldn't have fit on this proclamation. So on behalf of the Linwood City Council and the entire 70,000 residents of Linwood, thank you for your support of our communities and for your heart, more than anything. And to your wife and beautiful daughter, we love you.
From the office of Senator Bob Archuleta, please welcome Representative Nandi Santana.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I'm here on behalf of California State Senator Bob Archuleta to present a certificate of recognition to Ari Pei. And the senator is in Sacramento at the moment. And it reads, in recognition of your work as mayor and city council member of the city of Lakewood, and for your dedication to lead and serve the community. Your commitment to making difficult decisions while striving to find the best solution has greatly benefited the city of Lakewood, not only as an elected official, but also as a member of local service organization is commendable. On behalf of the 30th Senate District of the state of California, I offer congratulations and wish you continued success. Signed, Senator Bob Archuleta.
Thank you, Nandi. I know we have one other person that is supposed to speak. I know he was coming from Sacramento. I'm not sure if he's here yet. So let me just chat while we get a status update on that. Did you guys enjoy the food? Yes. So I want to note that usually when you come to events at the center, you get to enjoy our in-house caterer, TGIS. For tonight's event, Mayor Ari wanted to have a little taste of Lakewood and support some Lakewood eateries. So I just want to call out that we had food from Kainan sa Kanto for your Filipino fare. From all of the Mexican food came from Nostalgia Gorditas. We had the cinnamon bagel bombs from Cassidy's. So if Joe is still here, thank you, Joe Ung, owner. We have, if you haven't ever tried boba, tonight is the night to try it because we have bobas here and the owner and family are working. So go and support them. If you've not tried them yet, it's delicious. And yeah, so these are some of Ari's favorite spots and we catered that. Yeah, not yet. Okay. All right, so it looks like our other special speaker's not here yet. We'll keep on moving. Before, I want to say, of those who gave their speeches, it was a beautiful cavalcade of complimentary tributes. And now that we've heard from those well-wishers, before we bring up the man of the hour, I would also like to have a special presentation for Ari's wife, Carmina, and it's something right over there. And I guess this is the time to let the guest of honor say a few words. So Mayor Pei, will you head to the stage?
Just making sure, because the last time we all got together, it was a little bit dicey. So it says last speech right there, last speech, right? So for the record, I wrote this. I usually have Bill Grady write everything for me, so I sound good, but this is going to be all over the place. But thank you, guys. Well, we're all here at the end of my term. As much as I am bummed and going through the 5 stages of grief, you know, in the end, it's real, right? So let me tell you how real it is, because you get to feel it. Especially for a Filipino male, the only emotions I have is laughter, smiling, and high fives and handshakes. So when I look back, there are always more things to be happy and proud about and be super stoked about than being sad, bummed, and acting like a 2-year-old. Ask my wife and daughter, and probably you can ask Thaddeus and Paulo, just, you know. But let me tell you how it all started. It all started with my Rotary family. My Rotary family's here. It showed me that my DNA of giving back, which I inherited from my parents, was able to touch more than my circle and the circle around us. We were able to make a difference in our community, city, state, and at a global level. As president of Lakewood Rotary Club, I was able to see how we made a difference at every level. Until this day, we are changing lives. My first taste of Lakewood politics was working on Diane Du Bois's campaign and running her web presence because Erin Stiebel, she's here, she told me you have to do this for her because she doesn't know what she's doing. And then hanging out every Thursday with Howard Chambers, Uncle Joe Esquivel, and Wayne Piercy was just the true essence of what Lakewood was all about. They're the ones that built this foundation for the city that I can remember. You know, and then moving forward, pre-council, then, or now, Speaker Emeritus Annie Thorendo's local rep mentioned, hey, you should ask the speaker for an appointment. What the hell is an appointment? Appointment to what? It was appointment to a board. I said, okay, so I did. So I asked the speaker, ran in for appointment, and he appointed me to the California Board of Accountancy. Do you guys realize what that is? I'm not an accountant. I was hoping more of something like California Surf Team, someone that wants to represent high fives and handshakes at the beach all day, you know, delivering high fives in Sacramento. But I got appointed to that, and it was my first taste of seeing on a board at a state level and being able to see how people from different genres can work together and make a difference and still regulate. So that was a real eye-opener, because I would sit there and be like, wow, I'm in this room of powerful people, but in the end, my job was to represent us in this room. You know, we had the high-power accountants there, and then we had people like us, or me, small business owners or business owners that had bad experiences with accountants. So my job was to regulate. Oh man, it was awesome. I'm like, no, you don't get your license back. You're bad, get out of here, no. Then, 8 years ago, I was introduced to Mr. Juan Garza, who I hold in high regard, because after Diane's campaign, we'd have these monthly catch-up coffee conversations, and one day he said, you will once see the light. I'm like, what is this guy talking about? You will once see the light. Never knew what he was talking about until 6 years ago, when I was tapped on the shoulder by this gentleman, then Mayor, Mr. Steve Croft. Exact words were, you're involved in multiple service organizations. You can bring people together and to make a difference. You grew up in Lakewood. Your parents still live in Lakewood. You're not a politician, and this opportunity is coming to you based on what you have given to this community. He knew it was never my wheelhouse, but he goes, you're not seeking this. This sought out you. Why wouldn't you run? So I did. Not knowing anything, figuring out how to run a political campaign. I was referred to Edgar Aranda, the Aranda Group. Thank you, Edgar. In Norwalk, where I was able to learn the ins and outs of the campaign trails. And also, that's where I crossed paths with my round pal, Mr. Jose Salache. Round. Very round. Who in turn was hired by the Lakewood Chamber of Commerce. Now going into my first year on council, I was ready. And I'm like pumped up. I made it on city council. I'm not a politician. I don't know what the hell I got myself into. Then the pandemic hits. April mentioned the pandemic hits. Racial tensions were high, and the unknown was in front of all of us. The unknown of what's going to happen next. Nobody knew. That's when I saw our very own master of comedy, our vice mayor, Todd Rogers, leadership skills in public safety take us to another level. I watched every word he spoke, every word. Understood why he answered the way he did, addressed everyone, and he looked at both sides, but also challenged our city team and community to get through these trying times. The big question, how do we make this all work for our community to win? How do we make this all work for our community to win? Then being the new guy, moving forward, I was appointed to multiple committees, but my problem is when I get appointed to something, I go very deep so I can learn it on a very micro level, then understand the macro level. But once told by Thaddeus McCormick and Paulo, you don't need to know the micro level, just understand the macro so we can go there. We work as a team to work on it together so we can advocate. So moving forward, which brings me to my next organization I was part of, which is the League of California Cities team. I know Jennifer Kwan's here, which the team advocates for us at a state level, right? But sometimes we're not happy with what they say, but it's a long process. It's a long process, and they've been in this game for like 15 years, which is led by Jennifer, Christine, and Jeff Kieran. So they handheld me to understand legislation at all levels and the process to get things done. Yes, you might say all politicians are the same. I can definitely attest they are not. And we have some really good people around us, and that go to support us and that go to bat for us. We might not like their decisions, but the game is to agree to disagree, and then be the barometer in the middle to make things happen and be the change. So I'm going to quote Christine on this, Jennifer. I wish she was here to see this, because Jennifer, I always call her the queen of legislation, She told me one time, we were going to advocate in Sacramento. She goes, don't go to Sacramento and take pictures. What you need to do is to tell them it doesn't work in Lakewood and it doesn't work in the region. If I see you take pictures, That's what she said, Which led me to being the president of the Gateway Cities Council of Governments in fighting broadband equity. We had some big issues in this region, and I want to thank Jorge Morales and Morales for allowing me and our city to participate and advocate for something that matters in our region. 5 mayors, 40 city managers went to Sacramento to tell the governor's staff, right? Where's John? John and Thaddeus are here. We didn't tell them the off, but we had a conversation with them. So this is where I saw that advocacy worked at its finest, going in there, not pumping your fists, and having conversations with our legislators, and it works. It truly works. Yes, there's a process, but it works. With the combined efforts with Senator Gonzalez, the Gateway Cities COG, Executive Director Hela Del Toro's Black Book and REACH, the results are starting to be in our favor. So, in the end, politicking does work. So, in politicking, did I lose my page? I lost my page. See, Bill? It doesn't work when I do it myself. Huh? I lost my page. You guys got me all fired up. This is my last speech. You guys don't have to hear me anymore. Why don't you run? Here we go. Oh, here. I got it, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, so that was part of it, sorry. I can be up here forever to talk. With that, it's time to bow, show respect for all of you that came out this evening to carve out a little bit of time. And I know I'm not going to get everybody, but I do want to, these are the ones that I dealt with on a daily basis. The A-team, the Lakewood staff, and every department, high levels to interns, thank you for making my job easy as being your mayor. We have the winning formula here, and it works. Taking pride and passion in your job and what you do for the city shows. Trust me, other cities look at our cities and they see that. I know there are some tough days. I know, but you only live once. I always say, bring your skill set to the table, and if you have to complain, just complain to Thaddeus. He'll answer your question. Thaddeus will solve everything. The crew that had hands on this event, is this event beautiful? Thank you. Beautiful, thoughtful, and amazing. I told T-Mac and Paulo, Thaddeus, I just call him T-Mac, and Paulo, I didn't want anything. But they were able to walk me off the ledge to kind of slow it down, and you're going through the grieving process. We hear you, Ari. We hear you, Ari. I'm just like, you know, but he goes, you deserve it. You dedicate lots of time in this municipal world. This is our way of saying thank you. So thank you for letting me see that. Our directors, Derek, Josh, Abel, Kelly, Jose, and Val, the veins that keep the pumping blood of this community to what it's be, so that we can operate at the highest level. Thank you for making me look good in our region, because all I did was brag about you guys. If they had any questions, I said, ask staff, because they know more than I do. I'm clearly not the smartest person in the room, but I know dang well you surround yourself with smart people, it makes you look good. My commissioners, Aaron, Stacy, and the famous Mighty Joe Ung. Thank you for stepping up and taking that role. I know it was a lot, especially for you, Joe, when you get that book every month. It was bigger than your head. And I know you read it, but the fact is, as commissioners, thank you for stepping up. You brought your perspective, and that's what we needed in this community, was to see a different perspective and look at it from a different light. My council colleagues, thank you for allowing me to serve with you. It was a pleasure to lead, be the voice of the community at the city level, county level, the region, the state, and the federal level. Representing our city and cities around us, make sure that we're making sure that we're at the table and we're not at the menu. You hear that a lot, and it's true, you guys. Showing up and making sure that you're being present says a lot about you and says a lot about the community that you represent. I've learned if we are not present or have wrong intentions, then nothing gets done and people see right through that. And I've seen that. Professor Thaddeus, McCormick, and Paulo, thank you for blessing me with your knowledge of this municipal game and understanding it from a 30,000-foot lens, but also helping me make an idea that I thought come to life or thought that didn't come to life. Thaddeus, I will never forget the Cal Cities General Resolution Committee meeting which was my first meeting ever. I think we were in Sacramento, I think we were in Sacramento, and there were 60 cities there. And we were going to bat to stand up for a city in our region called Southgate. And I was sitting there so nervous because I've never passed a motion in my life before. Now I'm sitting with my colleagues at a state level, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna pass a motion. It was the first ever motion I passed during that time. It was, to me, Thaddeus, it was like winning the World Series. It was like baseball, watching the room, reading the plays, and then execute, like go, go, go. So thank you for that experience. That was my first, and one of the ones that I can really attest to that was really, really scary to sit in this room of like, being in a room like this with all other electeds is not easy when it's your first time. But to go through that process was amazing. Paulo, the voice of reason for me. The guy that takes in my 80,000 ideas on text threads till this day. He never says no, but he allowed me to figure out how to make it work. I would always say, damn, this is a stupid idea. Should I take it to Thaddeus? Like my pump track. Thank you for breaking it down for me to understand the big picture and how we can make it work down the line, because that's what it's about, being a team and making it work down the line. Thank you for always keeping me grounded and being true to who I am in leadership. Where are you, Paulo? Is he sleeping? Oh, he's sleeping. Or he's taking a day off. Paulo always let me understood people like you for who you are, not what you are now. So you better stay grounded. You know? So my always question to Paulo was, is it, going back to socks, is it Lakewood casual or is it RE casual? Because my casual is just a little different than Todd's socks. My campaign team for 2024, thank you. You guys all showed up. You contributed, we phone banked, we walked, we executed plans, and your hard work and dedication is not unnoticed. Thank you for the experience, and thank you for letting me lead a big team. Mom and Dad, thank you for the support and love over the last 4 years in supporting this experience. Who would ever thought I'd become the mayor of Lakewood? Who would have thought? It was almost like when Valerie Frost told me I was going to be the president of Rotary Club one day, and I thought she was crazy. Never forget that, Val. So, Mom, I apologize for all the complaints that everybody complains to you. All complaints that go to Mom, and Mom will reach out to Paulo. So, Mom and Dad, love you, thank you. To the best wife and daughter ever. Thank you for the love and support, the long nights, the long travels, the heated discussions, and how I need to look at things from another lens. Thank you for allowing me to have this amazing experience in municipal leadership locally and in the region. We as a family have served on council, and I thank you guys both very much, and I love you guys. And for Lakewood, this is it. It's the end. And the last time you'll probably hear this, all together now, one community, one family, live, love, Lakewood. Thank you, it was a pleasure.
All right, folks, remember I mentioned we had a special speaker, wasn't here yet. He got off the plane and he is here. So we have one last tribute. Welcome to the stage, our Speaker Emeritus, Anthony Rendon.
Thank you. Good. And I just did get off the plane too. Woke up this morning, wanted to drop my daughter off at preschool, so I did. My first text was to Paulo. Where's Paulo? My first text of the entire day was to Paulo, and flew to Sacramento, voted on a bunch of bills. I don't know what the hell we did, and I'm going to end the day here, back home again in Lakewood. So it's good to be home and good to be here among friends. And was he gone? He's gone. He's out. Oh, there he is. good to be among a really good friend. So first of all, my wife does work for the League of Cities API caucus. So Ari is very special to both of us. Ari is somebody who has done a lot of work, obviously with the League and with the API caucus. When I was thinking about what I was going to say today, I was actually thinking about Annie and my relationship with Annie, and I was standing in the back and I was hearing Ari saying his goodbyes, and this is the last time this is the last time that. And I thought about before I was married, and that was a series of just horrible relationships. And I used to break up with girlfriend X like 97 times, right? And then my friends would be like, after like the 50th counseling session, they'd be like, you're just gonna get back with her next week. We're not gonna we don't really care. So I don't take your goodbye seriously. I think we'll be hearing back from Ari, and it'll be a much better relationship than mine were. But I found my Annie, and I know things will get great again for Lakewood and for Ari. What can you say about a guy who, when you go to an event, the first thing he wants to do is introduce you to his daughter? What can you say about a guy who you're walking up and he thanks his parents? Ultimately, there's so much about politics that's transactional. There's so much about politics that's about business. There's so much about politics that, quite honestly, I don't know if we're recording or not, that's bullshit. I think we are recording, right? Yeah. But when it all comes down to it, what we really want to do is good, right? What we really want to do is good for our community. Ari is somebody who you can tell with elected officials when the cameras are off, when they're not standing in front of the podium, when it's just you and they're talking about their desire to do good in the community. That's a real and genuine person who's in it for all the right reasons. Ari does that, whether we're having coffee one-on-one, whether we're texting, whether we're talking on the phone. He's always talking about what's right for the community and what's good for the community. I know he's going to continue to do that in whatever various roles he chooses. He's very special to me, very special to my family. So we have one of these mass-produced certificates, and this is actually for a grand opening for a Subway in Paramount. But I do want to thank Ari for his friendship, for all he's done, and present him with this certificate of recognition.
Well, we had a little bit of a wait for the Speaker Emeritus, but I think it was worth it. Folks, thank you so much. This concludes our appreciation reception. Thank you, Mayor Ariel Pei. Thank you to everyone for coming out tonight. We wish you a great rest of your evening, and please have a safe drive home. Thank you.